Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for June 5th of 2025 is titled Savudrija, Star Trails. So, what do we see here? Well, here on the surface of Earth, we see the Savudrija Lighthouse, and that's standing out a little bit to the right of center here. And as we look up in the sky, we see a number of stars. And in fact, they're not just individual stars, but trails of stars across the sky. Now, the stars will form trails because of the fact that the Earth is rotating. So Earth rotates, and that means that something sitting on Earth will make the stars appear to move. So the stars will appear to make one circle every 24 hours as the Earth rotates. Now, the closer you are to the poles of Earth, then the smaller those circles will be. And the farther away you get, the larger they will be. So here we see towards the center, the bright area, that brighter star, would actually be Polaris, the North Star. Now, Polaris is not the brightest star in the sky, and you can actually see that here because there are many stars that appear brighter there. Polaris is actually about number 50 in terms of the total number of stars in terms of brightness. But it is specifically important because it happens to be the bright star located relatively close to the North Celestial Pole. And that's where we see it, very close there to the pole. Now, there is no star exactly at the pole, just as there is nothing at the North Pole of Earth to mark it. So only if something happens to be in that general area do we note it as a star close to the pole. And in fact, in the southern hemisphere, there is no star close to the South Celestial Pole, at least not any bright star. Now, if we notice these trails don't look completely smooth, that's because this is not just a single image. This is actually 400 images put together. So 400 30-second images taken that then put together give us the image that we see today. And that's why it kind of looks maybe a little jumpy, that there's those slight gaps in between each star as they seem to move around the polar region. Now, there are multiple ways to get an image like this. You can take just a single image, but of course, when there are more lights there, a single image will start to get more washed out because you're collecting all of that light from brighter objects, and you'd see stuff off over the horizon here as well as the lighthouse. So when you take a lot of shorter images, you can kind of get rid of some of that, and you can then see the star trails, which is really what we want to look at in this image. Now, if you had a place where it was completely dark 24 hours a day, and that actually happens near, say, the North Pole of Earth or the South Pole of Earth during their winter season, their respective winters, then you could actually, if you took a complete exposure, you would get objects making complete circles around the sky, and you could actually close those circles. Here at lower latitudes, you can't do that, simply because the sun will rise, and once the sun rises, no matter what you do, it's going to wash out everything. So you can only get a certain amount depending on exactly how much darkness you have at that specific location. So that was our picture of the day for June 5th of 2025. It was titled Savudrija Star Trails. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone. And I will see you in class.